There is a word I don't think we, especially we as women, use enough, and it is no. The best way to create space in your life in order to get shit done is to say no to things you don't want or need to do. I am going to clarify that there are certain things that you do have to do, like go to work, do your job, take care of your kids, take care of your pets, take care of humans around you. But when that caretaking becomes something that you feel anger or resentment about, it is really something to look at and to see where you need to set some boundaries and where you need to start saying no. So the best thing I ever heard was someone said, and I can't remember who, if it's not a hell yeah, it's a hell no. If someone is asking you for a favor, you are allowed to say no. If someone is asking you to do something at work that is beyond the scope of your job duties, you have the right to say no or throw it back in their lap and say, okay, if I do this, who's going to do this? There are ways to negotiate this. It can cause some anxiety for people to say no because we have been raised to be people pleasers. We have been raised to take care of everyone around us. But who's taking care of us? And so I challenge you, if something comes up and in your gut, you stop and you're like, wait a minute, this is not a hell yeah. It is something that you are not required to do. Then I really would say no. You don't have to give any excuses. You don't have to give any reasons. No in itself is a sentence. I would suggest practice using it on something small at first if it is something that makes you feel very uncomfortable. The biggest key I have found is that if something is making you feel angry or resentful, then you probably should have said no to it. So how do you say no in the future? One of the things my therapist said that taught me so much was choose guilt over resentment. In other words, would I feel guilty saying no to this? Possibly. If I say yes, will I feel resentment? And if the answer is yes, there you go. That's your gut telling you you need to say no.